There is so much more to caulk about when it comes to caulking your home than you would ever imagine. And I am a bit shocked and happy that so many people have been tuning in to this series of caulk videos that I have created. Now, this is all about practical stuff for homeowners because caulking your home is a really important task to maintain your home, prevent problems, and add beauty to your home around the house. So make sure that you tune in to those other tutorials. I've actually put them onto a caulking playlist so that you can see them. One is how to open a tube of caulk properly. The other one is how to caulk a bathtub. So these are getting hundreds and hundreds of views a day. So I'm adding to that caulking series by talking to you about other areas in your house that you need to caulk. So make sure you subscribe and you don't miss any more that will be coming down the road. Now, usually people think of caulking projects as tubs and showers, but it is really important that we think about another spot in the house, and that comes down to the trim, baseboards, and molding work around your home. So why do you take the time to caulk the baseboards and the trim? Well, there are three reasons. One, it gives you a professional finished look. Second, it prevents drafts. And lastly, it keeps bugs out, especially ants. And if your house is like mine, with all of the rain we've had recently, we keep getting ants coming in my kitchen sink area. So I'm doing stuff on the outside with some diatomaceous earth to keep them out. And I'm also in the need myself of re-caulking the trim around my kitchen window, and especially the sill underneath. So it comes down to, what do you buy and which caulk do you use where? Now, for me, I always grab the DAP brand products. It's most commonly found in most home centers. Again, I'm not paid by DAP. This is just what I use, and I really like it. I've been using it for 25 years as a homeowner. So there are a couple varieties that you can choose from. This one is the all-purpose latex with silicone. So this one has a little bit of a silicone waterproofing built in. So this one could be used around doors, windows, your baseboards, your trim, all of that. But it has a little bit of silicone. Now, it is paintable, and it is paintable in 30 minutes. This one comes with a 40-year warranty. Now, I will be quite honest with you. As much as any of these caulks say that they will not crack or shrink or discolor over time, they will. It's not going to last you 40 years, but it'll definitely last you probably 8 to 10 before you need to recaulk. So this one is waterproof, and it is for interior and exterior use. Now, this other one that I use probably even more often in my house is the painter's acrylic. This is what I would use for interior use only, and I would use it around the baseboards, the trim, the door jambs, things like that. And it is paintable in 2 hours. There is no silicone at all. And this last common one is DAP 3.0. This one is for windows, doors, siding, etc. This would definitely be for exterior use, as it is very much more siliconized and more waterproof. So these are the three most common DAP caulking that you would use for non-plumbing kitchen or bath purposes. So make sure that you look for those in your store and you assess, which one do you need? Do you need it to be ready in 30 minutes because you have to get a project done today because company's coming? Or are you happy to let it sit overnight? All of these things matter. And do you need it to be siliconized? Do you need it to be waterproof? For most baseboards and trim work, you don't, and you can go with the painter's acrylic. So here are a few tips on getting the most out of your caulking project. You want to make sure that you cut the tip as small an opening as you need. The more caulk you have coming out, the more excess you have to wipe up. So the smaller the hole, the better. You can always make it a little bit larger if you need to get more of the product out. Now, the next thing is, make sure that you have fully cleaned your surfaces before you get started. All you need is some dish detergent and a bucket and a rag. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, but wipe all of the dust, the dirt, the grime, the dog hair, all of that off before you even start to caulk. Now, the next thing is to have that wet paper towel or old rag handy, because you will be putting your bead of caulk and wiping away the excess. And lastly, follow the dry times. It says right on the tube what the proper dry time should be before you go ahead and paint anything. So make sure you read the directions. So before you go, I have a PDF caulk guide and a free caulk course that I am offering to anyone that clicks that link above. It'll take you to the caulk course. There are some PDF instructions for doing the tub. There are some mistakes not to make tip sheets and other things in our caulk course. So click on over there, and I will also then let you know when I will be having the next live Caulky Talk webinar. And you can follow along, ask me questions, and we'll do a little tutorial as a group on how to properly do this if you'd like to see it live and ask questions. So make sure you subscribe, and hope to see you next time.